everybody. Billy Bob here, and I am literally in the backyard today. So my apologies a little bit. The background is a little bright. Ironically, that usually happens when it's very bright behind you, and it's sunny, right, Wild Man? So, but we're
Only for
trying
you.
something different. Yes, we're trying something different today. I wanted to get outside with a live show that wasn't just me on Facebook or my iPhone. This is through Restream. So bear with us. Hopefully, you can see my face. But as Wildman's co-host usually says, if you don't like my face, you can listen. You can just listen, right?
That's right.
So, and Wildman's got a Cleveland Indians hat on today, I
Yeah,
believe,
absolutely.
and pullover.
Yes.
Is it chilly in Ohio today, Chris?
We had sleet this morning. It was so cold.
Sleet.
We sleet. It was about 37 degrees this morning.
Well, I'm going to be up there in
I
about
think we're
10
only reaching a
days.
high
So
of
let's,
49. They're talking about one more good freeze and snow possible before Mother's Day.
wow. So this is actually, I think if I heard it correctly, the 29th time the Derby is going to be run where it's below 60 degrees because
Mhm.
it's been really nice, and then all of a sudden they had some rain move in this morning. Not a lot. I don't think it affected the track. I think the track's still fast and dry by Derby time,
Mhm.
6:59. But the temperature and the wind is not cooperating.
Well, you talked about it there. They are saying the track, it looks like it's going to be fairly dry, fast track, partly cloudy conditions. Temperatures only expected to reach the high 50s.
Yep.
Could that impact some of these horses? Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. So it says between 58 and 64, but they don't expect it to reach in the 60s, like you said. The rain chance, the rain's gone. Fast track winds about 9 to 15 out of the northwest. Now, I did not research this. Do you know the track? Is it east west? The majority, obviously the straightaways, are they east west or north south? Do you know that?
I'll be honest, I don't know. What I do know is that from everybody I've talked to, the track conditions are going to favor horses that have done well on dirt form tracks recently. Finishing power on weather driven tracks. So that could definitely play an impact. And one of those horses that has done well is one of today's favorites, Renegade.
Yeah, out of the one hole, right?
Yes, and I'll tell you, a lot of people don't realize this. They think that the one hole is a great place to be. It's really not.
Has
It's really
anybody
not.
has anybody ever? I mean, is there? I don't know if anybody or it's been very few
It,
that have actually won out of the
correct.
first gate.
Correct. Um, that one hole is typically not a great spot because what'll happen a lot is you'll get pinned and you get stuck on that rail and you've got nowhere to go. And it really takes away from the advantage of having a truly fast horse. In a huge field like we're going to see today, where we've got 20 horses set to run, it's real easy to get trapped against that rail. Now, it's not
Yep.
always a bad thing. Like you said, from time to time, they will be able to get themselves out, or if they have a very good fast start, that's the key. If you're in that one hole, you have got to start fast early and get out to an early lead to avoid being pinned.
Yep.
Um, because that inside draw, it's not a forgiving spot.
Right. Once you get out there, I guess you can, ride a little bit, as they say, and but you got to get there so you get out from being pinned. I agree with that. So today, so it's the 152nd running of the Kentucky Derby. Post time, excuse me, it keeps getting later and later. Now, the last few years, about the same time,
Yeah.
but it's almost close to my bedtime, 6:57, and they call that the main race, but damn it, it never starts at 6:57.
No.
They're still, walking around, getting them loaded into the gate. So Peacock coverage is over. We're now over on NBC, which started at 2:30 for the most exciting 2 minutes in sport. So this is also the longest running major sporting event in U.S. held annually, Churchill Downs, since 1875. Chris, were you
Yeah.
were you around back then?
If you ask DK, I definitely was, but no, wasn't quite around just yet. But you talked about the late start. Let's not forget, this is the 12th race that is typically run at Churchill. So there's 11 other races. If you have photo finishes, if you have anything else going on that could, maybe they have to review for disqualifications, anything like that is going to push your race time back.
That's true, and actually, so yeah, they're racing all day, which I think is fun.
It is.
I mean, and what most people don't know, there's actually one race after the Derby.
Yes.
And why is that, Chris? Tell us why that is, that there's a race.
I'll be honest, I don't know, but I love it.
Maybe
it's so you got a shot at getting your money back.
Well, I think that's part of it, but it's whose money are they trying to get back?
That's true. That's true.
So I think there's two parts to it. So one is the traffic, right? Some people leave, a lot of people leave, right? But the other is getting their money back. Now, some people think they're going to win their money back, and the track is hoping that they're going to try and win their money back because they want to win either their money back or more money. They want to win more money. Yeah. So this race, so we talked about 1875. It's 3-year-old thoroughbreds. It could be a male, or it could be a what is that? A filly or a mare? Is a male the mare? I don't know. But it's a filly. I know is a female. But there's a maximum of 20. And actually, I think there might have been one scratch. I'm not sure.
There actually has been several scratches because originally the field as originally was set was 24. Of course, they got to get it down to 20.
Are we down to 19 or 20? I thought I heard him say 19 earlier.
Well, I'll tell you, I've got it pulled up right now.
All right, pull it up. Don't pull it out. Just pull it up. It's a family show.
We are sitting on 4 scratches, so we are at 20.
Okay, 20. All right, good. And then, so the purse is $2 million plus. Not quite what you would see in a PGA tournament, where the purse the winner might win $2 million. But so let's see, we got a couple people. I don't know if Kirk was on. I used to work with Kirk back in the day, but he might have dropped. We got Jake on. Jake Blazek, not Jake Cairns, my El Jefe.
Yeah,
what's that?
No, I was gonna say, I'm very excited for today's race. This is again, I'm not a huge. I know people like our buddy Mike Wargo. He is a big fan of the whole pomp and circumstance that's associated with the Kentucky Derby. I believe that the Alumni Club of Pittsburgh, if I'm not mistaken, actually does a huge Derby party every year. For me, it's all about the betting. I mean, I am who I am. I'm a little bit of a compulsive gambler, not going to lie.
So I'm with Wargo. I love the pomp and circumstance. That's why this is my Derby shirt. I got my Derby shirt on, and sometimes I wear my FDNY hat. But today I went matchy. My hat.
Do you have your mint julep in hand?
No. By the way, the most god-awful drink in American history. The most god-awful, between simple syrup and then they dump a whole tablespoon of sugar in there, and mint in bourbon is. Look, why are you ruining Woodford Reserve? Not only are they the sponsor, but it's a damn good bourbon. Why are we ruining it? Huh?
That's a smooth bourbon. It really is.
Like Tennessee whiskey, like David Allan Coe, who, God rest his soul, and
just passed away.
We love David Allan Coe. But anyway, enough
So you're telling them to take
Yeah,
this
are
drink
you-
and shove it?
Yeah, take this. Yeah, most people don't know that, but David Allan Coe wrote that song for Johnny Paycheck. Take this job
Yeah.
and shove it. So you could actually take a mint julep and shove it, in my opinion. Do you drink mint juleps, Chris?
No, just give me the bourbon, because I'll tell you, I don't need the half ounce of simple syrup. I don't need the 6 to 8 mint leaves. I love me some crushed ice. You can throw that in the bourbon, give it a little chill. That's okay.
Right.
The mint sprig for garnish, I have no use for. The bourbon, the ice, that's all I need.
Yeah, and I mean, that's sugar overload. You had people who are like, oh, I had 3 and I don't know why I had a hangover and a headache. Well, all that sugar, and then you passed out and you woke up at 2 in the morning and you couldn't frickin'. So they say that obviously it's called the Run for the Roses for those people that don't
Right.
know. I would think everybody know the Run for the Roses, and Dan Fogelberg made a song, The Run for the Roses. But the mint julep. So here's the telltale: over 120,000 served annually, and like 90,000 of them are served
I said
today.
100,000
and
were probably served
yesterday, right? Like, what the hell? Oh my God!
It's not a desired drink outside of this weekend. It's really not.
Oh,
You gonna stick with that Bud Light, are you?
it is the worst. So, yeah, big, beautifully Bob Bud Light, just right. I got some beer nuts here. My favorite
Nice.
nut, right next to shelled peanuts, which got me in trouble the other day. You know, regularity went irregular on me, but another story for another time. Going to watch the Reds and the Rays at the Trop, but
Oh, nice.
and the guy who pitched. So I know this isn't Derby, but the guy who pitched, Martinez, who the Reds he left the Reds. He pitched against the Tri the other day, and he shut him out 1-0.
Yeah.
And he shut the Reds down 5-1. So,
But hey,
oh,
last time I checked the other day, I know the Guardians, whichever you want to
Indians.
choose.
No, we don't say the G
Indians for
word
me.
here.
Well, you see what I'm wearing. The Indians still in first place in their division.
Yep.
You've
I
got
think
the Reds.
I
Were
think
up near
they're
the top of
16
their
and
division.
14 or something like that.
16-15, I believe, is what I saw.
Okay. All right.
But the Indians at the top of their division. You have the Reds near the top of their division. We can't say that a lot where we got both Ohio's baseball teams going into May in first place. I'll take it.
It's crazy. Craziness.
Because,
So,
normally the Tribe starts slow.
well, yes, they do. And then they'll ramp it up until the 4th of July weekend, and they typically play the Yankees, and then it was like
It's
all
usually a
downhill
dip.
from there. But last couple of years, not so much. So it's pretty good. So the record holder for the Derby is none other than Secretariat,
Secretariat.
1973. Largest margin of victory, 7 or 8 lengths. And he ran this, so they call it the most exciting 2-minute in sport.
Yep.
But Secretariat ran it in under 2 minutes,
Yeah.
1:59.4, and nobody's ever broken that. So,
And don't look for it to happen today.
No. So here you go. We talked about the one hole is tough, right, Chris?
Yes. Yeah.
But the 5 and the 20 have the highest win rates since 1930.
And are you ready for this?
Yes.
The 5 and the 20 were both scratched this year.
Oh.
Yeah. The 20 was full effort. The 5 hole was supposed to be filled with right to party. Both of those horses are scratches.
Oh. And so any idea what percent of win rate from those two holes, those two gates?
I know that 5 is the highest. I believe it's got 10 Derby winners, if I'm not mistaken. Then the 20, I believe, It only has a couple of Derby winners, but they have been more recent. And the expansion to the larger race has kind of cut into that number as well. So it's by percentage. The two Derby winners from the 20 are still a pretty high percentage value. Also, the 10 and the 8 holes are typically pretty strong horses as well, producing 9 winners from each of those slots as well.
Nice. So 10.5% is the 5 and the 20.
Yeah.
So, but you mentioned most wins. So, by the way, El Jefe, my El Jefe, the other Jake, Mr. Smoking Pork Butt Jake, is in the chat here. But I got to figure out one day how to get the chat onto this. I'm watching
Good
it
luck.
on Facebook.
Yeah.
But,
we go through that with Patreon.
So the
when we
most
do it.
wins. Yeah, I don't. Again, we'll just leave it there. So you mentioned most wins from different gates, but how about most wins by a trainer? Most wins by a jockey.
Most wins by a trainer is, I believe, Bob Baffert with 6. And he is actually Potente is his horse today that's in this race. Now, as of right now, it opened up at a 20-1 long shot. It's right now a 19-1.
All right.
As far as
he's got 2. He's got another one.
Yes, I'm sorry. He also has litmus test in there as well.
Litmus test. Yeah.
Yeah, litmus test number 4 is also his. But it's
going recognize off either jockey.
Yeah. Jockey wise, I know that I don't know who the record is all time. I do know that today, you've got John Velazquez in this race, who's won 3 derbies. He's riding Further Ado, which is one of the horses near the top of the favorites list. Further Ado, I believe, is I
showed him yesterday at 6-1. Where is he today?
He's up. He's at 6-1 still. He's been jumping between 5 and 6-1. And he's out of the 18 slot today. So.
Yep. Yeah. So, go back to trainers. Most wins. Baffert, you are correct. Why would I doubt that? And Ben Jones, who I can't say I'm familiar with, but Ben Jones, they both are tied at 6. And then jockeys, both are older jockeys. They've been retired for a while. One, he rode Whirl Away and, what is the other? I can't remember. Whirl Away and Eddie Arcaro.
Yeah.
One of the most famous of all time. And the other guy's famous too, Billy Hardtack. Bill Hardtack. Yes. Now, Eddie Arcaro is the first and only jockey ever to win the Triple Crown twice.
Yeah.
So, but we would be remiss, as we're talking about most wins and trainers, to not recognize and remember D. Wayne Lucas. This is the first Derby without D. Wayne. He died June 28th of last year. 20 Breeders' Cup wins, 15 Triple Crown wins, 4 Derby wins. He won it in 88. He won it in 95. Here he had a huge run, 95, 96, and 99. So...
and the horse you're looking for earlier, by the way, Citation was his other Triple Crown.
Citation. There you go. I knew it was just an amazing horse, right? Although I think Big Red, isn't that what they called Secretariat? Big Red was the most amazing ever. How about long shots? What do you think the longest long shot was? Of all time,
the longest long shot to ever win the Derby.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say probably one that came off at 50-1. I don't know.
Well, you're half right, Chris. You're half right. In 1913, Donerail won at 91 to 1. Wow.
Yeah, we don't even have a horse in the field today.
Do they even
has
do
those
that
odds.
anymore? Do they even put a horse at that kind of?
Well, I'll tell you, the closest thing we've got is O'Sally at 80 to 1. 80 to 1 right now.
Oh, there we go. We do it.
We also have Robusta at 79 to 1. So, I mean, there's a lot of
Okay.
time till post time. So, who knows what's going to happen with those numbers?
That's true. You know, I don't. Yeah, yesterday or so they weren't that high, but so we got Lulu, Fran, Lulu, Martin. Lulu's in the house. Lulu, I went to school with Lulu. So, you know, the original term, I like to, as I said earlier, folks, I like to go through some of these things that people don't really pay attention to or don't even know. They don't tell you on TV. The original term Derby or Derby originated from the English Epsom Derby founded by the 12th Earl of Derby in 1780.
Okay.
Now I know we talked about how old Chris was, but he wasn't born back then.
Was not born at that point.
And then Derby, England, the city is known for its role in the Industrial Revolution. And it's also the home of the Rolls Royce, which I bet there's a number of them there today.
Would not be
Churchill
surprised. Because I don't know if you've
Uh,
seen a ticket price to get into that place on Derby Day.
I don't. I didn't.
But and you know, I've heard that it's extremely pricey. But let's see. I'm gonna look that up.
What is it to get in the infield too? Check that infield price out. You know, to be out there young and stupid and drunk.
The
and not
average
even know
price
who won.
for general admission, just general admission, is $132.25 just to walk in the gate.
All right, now you got to stand down by the rail and look over top of everybody.
The infield standing room tickets are $380.
What?
That's the standing room tickets. If you want the Oaks infield tickets, and this is the best part. If you want to go to the Friday races,
right,
it's $100.
I can deal with it.
So
what is like a box ticket? If I want to sit in a box,
okay,
not like a suite, but you know they have these boxes down.
Yeah, they've got about the lower box, the 100 level of the
yeah.
The boxes are roughly not bad, about $917 a piece.
$917. What?
For the Derby itself, $917. This is the clubhouse box seating. This is the 2-day package. Yeah, 907. I'm getting this right off of the Derby website.
But that's for 2 days. That's for 2 days. That's for the Oaks and the Derby, right?
Yes, that's for the Oaks and the Derby.
And then we got to pay for parking or get an Uber. That's more like
now here you go. Let's see. They don't have the prices on. They had the Derby menu up here, but they do not list prices.
Well, I guess it's not like the Masters where you can get $1.50 egg salad sandwich or
I promise you, you're not getting anything for $1.50 there. You can't even place a bet for less than $2.
Well, yeah, that's true. I wonder why that is. Why did they make it a $2 bet? Do you know?
Now, you know, a lot of your online platforms are doing dollar bets now on the races. Even, you know, it used to be you could box them at $1, but now you can actually.
They're like sucking you in, like suck that baby in at $1 of bet. Yeah.
So.
Boy, betting. I mean, I think betting's good. It's okay, but man, we're starting to get as many betting commercials as we are pharmaceutical commercials, and so
yeah, You know what? Just give me
Crazy.
my FanDuel and I'm happy.
There you go. No DraftKings, FanDuel, right?
I'm a
I heard that.
FanDuel
Heard
guy.
that. I heard that story the other day on the show.
Yeah, oh, did Eric tell you about DraftKings? Did he?
It was on the show. Yeah,
Yeah,
not a dime.
not a dime. They stiffed us. Yes, we were stiffed for sponsorship by the DraftKings. Yes.
Yep. All right. So the youngest and the oldest jockey to win
Ooh,
the Derby.
that's interesting. Youngest and oldest jockey to win the Derby.
By the way, I don't have the names of the youngest. I just know there were two of them.
Well,
When
I'll
were
tell
they?
you.
When did they win? Maybe that's a better question.
I can get you here. Are you ready?
Yeah. Okay.
There
no
were two
Googling.
that won that were 15 years old.
Oh, here we go.
James Perkins won in 1895,
Okay.
and Alonzo Clayton was the original in 1892.
There you go. So, okay, it's okay to Google when you come up with the names.
That's
I
it.
thought you were just
And
going
that's
for
exactly what I did because I could not have even told you. Now, I will say this. I believe one of the shoemakers was the oldest, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Was it
Bill Shoemaker
Shoemaker?
at 54 in 1986.
Yeah.
So I think
That was actually
then,
my time. So I can.
Yeah. I think actually wasn't Stevie Coffin 16 years old when he rode in the Derby, but he didn't win it at 16.
I'm not 100% sure.
I think maybe. How about the first female jockey, Diana Crump?
Diana Crump.
She was the first to ride in 1970, and I'm thinking of who was the other woman that ran probably in the 90s or early 2000s, and she was a pretty damn good jockey. I can't remember her name.
I don't know right offhand.
All right, here's a unique stat. Here's one for all you bettors before you bet. And I don't even know if there's any in the field today. Let's see. I don't see any, so we're probably okay. But no horse with the name starting with Q, X, or Y has ever won. And I don't see a horse today with Q, X, or Y with their name. So,
Q.
by the way, folks, this race is 1.25 miles.
Yes.
So, anyway, did you know the Derby trophy? It's 14 karat gold.
I did not know that.
14 karat gold, and it's one of the oldest. It's solid gold. One of the oldest solid gold trophies in American sports. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, most of them have the gold plating.
Yeah, there ain't no plating
gold.
here. This is solid gold.
That's
like
that's some cash.
I mean, that they don't even have that in the music awards.
No,
solid gold. What else? What do you have, Chris? Do you have any little factoids that we haven't talked about?
I really don't have anything about the race itself as far as the facts about the history of the race or anything like that. Now, for our betting friends, I can provide a little insight if you want to
let's go there. Let's go into that.
So the betting favorite, according to a lot of the public, is Renegade out of that number one slot. It has actually been taken over here in the last couple hours by Commandment, which is a horse that I actually like a lot. But the public has really settled in at Renegade. He was down to 4-1. He is actually at 6-1 at this point. Commandment and Further Ado. We talked about a little bit earlier. As Further Ado,
Johnny Velasquez.
He's
won a Derby, hasn't he? Johnny?
Yes. Actually, he has won.
Did he win 2 in a row?
Yeah. And Further Ado has also won 3 of its last 4 races.
Okay.
Including the Bluegrass Stakes.
The Kentucky Bluegrass Stakes, folks.
Yes.
In case you were confused.
So those 2 those 3 horses are really the favorites on the board. You got Renegade going off right now 6-1, Commandment 5-1, and then Further Ado is now down to let's see, where were we at with Further Ado now? Also down to 6-1.
Okay, so let's talk about those three just for a sec. Renegade, I know the trainer, Todd Pletcher, been around a
Yes.
long time, probably won one or two derbies. I don't know the exact number. I have no idea who Irad Ortiz Jr. is as the jockey. So if I had to look at these, go ahead.
Irad Ortiz Jr., he is considered one of the more elite riders, though he has not had a great Derby presence. It's not been his strongest event historically. He does not currently have any Derby wins.
Okay. Hey, by the way, we got Margie Irish Linderman's in the chat, and Larry Acoustic Larry Daniels.
Okay.
And you know Larry. You know.
Oh yeah, I know Larry.
In fact, the other day when I was watching a show, Larry had a question or a comment. So, and we have Larry on the show from time to time. Great guy. I mean,
Traveling Larry.
I think we're going to do a camp. I think maybe I get Bogsy, the Podfather, Larry, and Scotty Sheffield, another guy. They're all campers. Maybe get them together as May comes around and camping season starts. So we might get everybody together to do a camping show.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll join you for drinking by the fire, and then I'll head off to my hotel.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't have to convince me, Lucy. Yeah, they know splaining air. My glamping goes further than upscale campground camping.
Yeah, I'm a big favorite. I'm a big fan of lodges when it comes to camping.
Yes. Lodges are good. In fact, I'd like to go to Banff, to the lodge in Banff, and sit out there and have a drink, maybe a Grand Marnier, and look at that crystal blue water with the snow-covered mountains in the backdrop.
Wow.
But let's go to the next horse you had. Let's see.
So we talked about Renegade.
Right?
The next one was Commandment. Yes.
So you had Renegade, Commandment. So Brad Cox, I know. Louis Saez, I believe is how you pronounce it.
Louis Saez.
I'm familiar with him.
Experienced rider.
Yep, Saez. Yep.
You talked about Cox. Cox does have a Derby win. And he's actually the trainer for both Commandment and Further Ado.
I was just going to say that. I'm just looking. But he's got John Velasquez on that horse.
Yes.
They're all three.
And as we mentioned,
they were at 6-1 yesterday. So
Commandment's down to 5-1.
Okay.
Commandment's at 5-1 now. So as of updated.
So is that the favorite right now at 5-1?
He is the favorite right now. He's overtaken the other two to be the outright favorite.
All right.
Velasquez. We talked about the other two guys being experienced. Ortiz not had the greatest record historically at the Derby. Velasquez three wins, 3 Derby wins. So that is big.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, he's halfway. I don't know who second. I mean, we talked about Arcaro and Hardtack, with their wins, but I don't know who's if Velasquez is second or who's right behind there. I'm always a big fan of Mike Smith at 15-1. He's riding so happy.
That's a horse I was going to talk about here when we got started looking at the long shots.
All right, go ahead.
But before we do, just
timing.
Real quick, Renegade, we talked about him.
Yeah.
Renegade just won the Arkansas Derby. Further Ado, I mentioned winning 3 of the last 4, including the Bluegrass Stakes. Commandment, a horse from down in your neck of the woods, has won 4 straight, including the Florida Derby.
See down in Ocala? See out of Ocala?
I believe so.
Yeah.
And then 2 of the more long shot horses that I'm going to tell you right now, I think people should look at for their money. One of them is running out of the 12 hole. That is Chief Wallaby. You've got
Junior Alvarado, great jockey.
Junior Alvarado, great jockey. You've got a hot trainer in Mott.
Oh yeah.
He's going from 8-1 down to 6-1, so he's right there in that mix as well. And then you talked about it a second ago. So Happy. You got
Yep.
Mike Smith riding. That's huge right there. And then one off at 15-1 to start the day. It just updated. He is now technically a co-favorite.
Who?
He is down to
So
5
Happy?
as 1. So Happy is now down to 5-1.
Wow. I wonder what
From a morning
I mean,
line of
from
15
to 1 to 5-1. What the hell's going on there?
I don't know, but I'll tell you, I think what a lot of it is people are definitely betting this horse in their exotics, in their exactas, in their trifectas, and their superfectas, and that is probably forcing the value down. If you look at So Happy to Win, actually to win, it's up to $2.3 million has been placed on him.
Wow.
So not the top horse there, as Renegade is at 2.5, Commandment 2.7, but fastly catching up.
So I have no idea who, and again, I don't follow it all year long, but I have no idea who Mark Glatt is, the trainer for So Happy.
I'm not overly familiar with Glatt. I know the other trainer we talked about with Chief Wallaby with
Bill Mott.
Yeah, Bill Mott. Of course, he is got great history on dirt tracks. Does have a Derby win.
I was going to say. I was going to ask you. Does he have a Derby win?
He does have a Derby
in recent years, right? In the last 5 years, maybe?
Yes, I believe so. So, I mean, if you look at this thing, for me, I try to put all this together. I try to put together all the jockey, the trainer, the horse, recent record, how they've done on the dirt tracks. Do they have any grade 1 wins on those type of tracks? What are the positives and negatives for each horses I'm putting together? If you ask me right now, the betting populace has Renegade as the number 1. I like Renegade in the top 3, but I think Commandment and Further Ado are both going to finish ahead. I like Commandment, then Further Ado, then Commandment, and then Renegade.
Okay.
And then
Commandment, Further Ado, and Renegade.
Yeah. If you're going for a trifecta, superfecta, you want to mix in Chief Wallaby, you want to mix in So Happy. Another horse to watch is 6 Speed. And 6 Speed is running, I believe, out of the which hole? Out of the 17 hole. And it's got Hernandez Jr. as the jockey. You've got
what do you got him at? I showed him at 50-1 yesterday.
He was at 50-1. He's down to 33-1. He's somebody, if you're looking to make a long shot bet, if you're wanting to make a little bit of money in your exotic bet, right, he's one you can place in a trifecta or superfecta that has the ability to get up into the 3-4 range. But it is a bit of a long shot. It's a stretch. But if you're, like I said, if you're wanting to make some money, that's when you can stick in there.
Yeah. Do you have your program at home, or what do they call it? I forgot what the term, the program, or what is it? When you're
the racing sheet,
the racing, the form, the racing form.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have one of those there?
I don't have a racing form here. I actually I'll put a race up on FanDuel, and actually I can kind of show you what I've got if you want.
Yeah. And I have another question while you're getting
I pulled this up on FanDuel.
Do you ask AI like ChatGPT? Oh, yeah. Shared the screen, add to the scene. Okay, let's see.
So I'll pull up my racing form, and then whoops. That didn't.
Whoops!
And whoops!
There you go.
Yeah, that's my race book. That's my sports book.
And it's my ugly.
Oh, my race book just went offline when I tried to share it. That's.
There you go. It's back.
Nope, that's not it. That's the sports book.
Okay.
So apparently I can't get my racing form to share, and that's okay. But
all right, now I got to figure out how to get rid of it.
But yeah,
there you go.
I don't usually ask the the AI stuff because AI is very inaccurate. I shouldn't say very inaccurate. At times it hits, at times it misses. You just don't know when is which.
So that means you have asked in the past. I mean, you
Well, I
don't
have
know if
asked
it's
in the past.
inaccurate
I've
or
asked in the
accurate if you
past at
haven't
one
asked.
time. Yes,
Yes.
I've asked in the
Okay.
past, and I look at it and I'm like, why? So then you got to kind of review a little on. I always encourage reviewing on your own, especially if you can. Now I go on and if I know a horse is going to be in the Derby, maybe I'll watch something like a race that they've got coming up previously or prior to that. Because the nice thing about what I do when I go onto FanDuel is I can watch races from anywhere in the world. So
Yes. So I was watching yesterday. We were actually I got
were you
off
watching some of the Oaks?
Friday. I was, but we didn't have. We had the volume on, but I was in the pool, floating around, drinking a big, beautiful Billy Bob Bud Light, just right. So I can't tell you who won what, but I just love to watch. I know there were some grays, and I love the grays are great. A lot of
Yeah,
times you'll see a gray win, but um, did you watch it yesterday? Were you watching?
I did not. Yesterday I was actually working all day. And
You were
yesterday evening I
teaching
had some.
and preaching.
I don't preach,
Oh, well,
but
that
I do.
was
I
just
do. I
kind of
do
a
teach.
okay. Were you
I
teaching
preach. I
yesterday?
teach. Eric preach. But yeah, I was actually working at the school yesterday.
How
I
were the
have a few more
kids?
weeks yet. So what's
Kids
that?
were okay yesterday?
The kids are absolutely insane right now. We are down to the last 3 weeks of school, and these kids are over it. They've been testing a lot for over the course of the last few weeks, and
Right.
they've been letting off a little steam. It's okay though. We expect that this time of year they're kids, and that's what they're going to do. And they get to start all the fun stuff with field trips and field day and track. The track and field day and the carnivals and all that stuff. Gonna start all that stuff over the course of the next week and a half, 2 weeks. So
All
as
right.
we close
So
out the year, it's all fun.
Chris, these last 3 weeks, you're going to not be as Mika references you. You're not going to be grumpy cat for the
I'm always
last.
grumpy.
Oh, you're always grumpy. You're
I
not
wake up
grumpy
in a bad
today.
mood
You're
every
not
day.
grumpy today.
Well, no, I'm gambling all day.
All
I'm
right.
actually I'm actually leaving here, going to a poker game where I'm sure I'll probably watch the Derby on at the poker game.
Well, I hope. Is this
But my bets are
regular
locked already.
poker?
So it's
Regular
a regular
poker?
Saturday game. Yeah, well, we do
Okay. No
we do some
5 card.
regular stuff. We do some 5 card, some 7 card, Hold'em,
Have you
Omaha.
ever done midnight baseball? Have you
Oh
ever heard
yeah,
of
we
that?
do that one every now and then. Yeah, we do that. We do midnight baseball, day baseball. We'll do weird games like Follow the Queen. We do a little bit of everything at these games.
What's the difference between midnight baseball and night baseball? Or I mean,
Midnight
midnight baseball or night baseball and day baseball. Yeah.
day baseball is dealt like straight 7 card where it's 2 down, 3 up, 1 down.
Okay. Well, I don't remember either one. Believe it or not, when I was like 14 or 15 or 16, my dad and all his family, they played. They had one of those old barrel tables with barrel chairs,
Oh
and
yeah,
you
and then
could
it has
flip
or
the
Mike the
table over, and
yes,
it was a card table, and you had all the.
yes.
And so I was allowed to get in the game once in a while, and so that's
I first learned to play poker when I was 5 years old.
yeah.
We used to,
So
we go to our family reunions and all the grandparents and the parents would all the dads and the grandpas would all have their poker game and we would watch. We would run and get sandwiches, and drinks for them, and we get our little quarters and 50-cent tips and things like that. And then about the time you hit 5 years old, that's when you got to get in the cousins game. And then the
oh,
little cousins would sit together, and your oldest cousin, which my oldest cousin at the time was a guy named Jamie, and Jamie actually was about 2 years older than me, I believe, and he was the one that taught us all to play.
well, I know the adults. If I'd start to win, they get all mad. So then they kind of kick me off the table.
I got myself in trouble at my first grown up poker game I was about 17 years old and just bought my first car. And this was a kind of a high stakes game with a couple of my uncles and their friends. And I go in there and I got on a heater. And maybe within the first hour and a half, 2 hours, I was up about $400, which was enough to cover my car payment, my insurance. And I got up and I walked out and took the money with me.
Oh yeah, that is not, no, you're in trouble there.
Yeah, I got the business for that. But then one of my cousins looks at me and says, that was the smartest thing I've ever seen anybody do in
Yeah.
their life. I was like, hey, I have my
Son,
car payment.
son, that's not what you do here. You sit your ass
Yeah.
back down. All right, so we did a little card game reminiscing, but now we're
Yeah.
going to get into the fast facts, the real deal, the betting,
Yep.
who you got, who you think. By the way, folks, before we do it, I guess we always got to do the disclaimer.
We are not professionals.
We're just doing this for fun, okay? Do not pay attention to us based on making your bets. You make your bets based on what you feel is right or wrong or indifferent. Okay? That's the disclaimer. Chris is going to give you what he's doing. I'm not going to give you what I'm doing because I don't have any doings, but you're on your own. You're on your own.
We're on our own. So
All right.
what
So
I'll
there you
do
go.
is,
Now you go, Chris. It's
all right.
all you.
So where'd my sheet go?
I don't know.
I got to get my race book back up, and it's disappeared on me. Okay, so here's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to tell you the horses I've got. I was going to tell you the payouts on them, but
Okay.
I lost
left my
my,
pen in the house, but
I
that's
lost
okay.
my sheets. For some reason, my FanDuel just went down. I did a series of bets, and I did not hedge my bets like a lot of people do. Other than the fact that I did straights and boxes on the exotics.
All right.
So-
for the people that don't know, tell them what you mean by you didn't hedge or you box, or give everybody just the basic lowdown.
Okay, you can bet straight, which is just you can bet that horse to win, to place, to show. You can bet them in a exacta, which is it would be first and then second. If you bet it straight, then it has to come in first, then second. If you box it, those horses can come in any order. Trifecta is the top three horses. Again, you can bet that straight or boxed. And then you can do the same thing with a superfecta, which is where you're picking 1, 2, 3, 4. Now for me this year, I did not do anything super crazy because I think the three horses at the top are far and away the top horses. I did take Further Ado to win this race. I put 10 on it to win. I took Commandment to place, put 10 on it to place. And then I took Renegade 10 to show. Then I took and did an exacta, which is the 1-2 with Further Ado and Commandment. And I did a $10 straight and a $10 box. Now the downfall, of course, of the box is it only pays about half.
But they can finish one either way.
But they can finish about either way.
The straight is they got it.
And of course, if it finishes the other way, if you get the lesser C or the lesser horse finishing first, you're going to make more money. And then my trifecta, I went with Further Ado, then Commandment, and then Renegade. Did them 1, 2, 3, and then did them boxed. This is the one I really struggled with, was this superfecta. And I took my same three horses I did for the perfecta in the same order. I took Further Ado, Commandment, Renegade. And then I also added in, I did this. This is where I did kind of hedge the bet, which is put a different horse in there to kind of ensure. So I did each time I did it once with Chief Wallaby, once with So Happy, and once with 6 Speed.
Okay. I was wondering when you were getting to So Happy here.
Yeah.
All right.
And So Happy is one that, guys, again, don't be afraid to put that in your trifecta because it is a horse that can sneak up there. And so many times you see the favorites, something happens. They break stride early. Maybe Renegade gets pinned on the rail like we talked about. Little things like that can happen, which allows this next tier of horses under those top three to sneak up. And according to most people, right now, So Happy isn't even in that next tier. They've got them, even though he opened up at 15-1, they've got him in that top tier. They've got him going off at 5-1 right now, right there aside of Commandment.
So there you go, folks. Chris, this is one question I had earlier. I forgot to ask. It's kind of like after the fact, but it relates to So Happy and Mike Smith.
Yes.
So Mike Smith's an older jockey,
Yes.
right? What Mike Smith's got to be 50 years old.
Let's see here. I'll tell you exactly how old he is. I'm going to look that up for you.
I think. I mean,
he
I know
is
a lot of-
60.
Okay, Mike Smith's 60 years old.
A lot of
So in auto racing, as guys get older, they tend to take less chances, less risk.
Yes.
Do you feel that same thing happens in horse racing where the young guys are more likely to take and especially out of the gate, right? Or coming around the first half of the race where they're still trying to sort themselves out. Do you think the younger guys are willing to take more risk and risk reward than a guy like Mike Smith?
Probably because he knows better.
Well, is that a benefit
sometimes.
or a curse or a detriment?
Well, you have to wait till the end of the race to find that out. But for me, I do think that experience and wisdom, there's a lot to be said for it. Because like I said, in a race this big and with so many horses and with some unpredictable things going on with the weather right now, so many things can happen that can cause one or two of those front runners to just go awry. And the smart jockey, the experienced jockey, the guy with all that wisdom is going to sit back and let that happen and seek his best opportunity.
Yeah.
And that's what I would say is an advantage to somebody like Mike Smith.
Okay. Very good. Well, Wild Man, you had great insight. I appreciate. So for you folks that don't know, Chris was a short notice. Chris is one of those guys that if he's available, and thank you to Bobby for allowing you to,
Well, we got lucky. She had a Girl Scout
away
meeting
from. Okay. So for those that don't know, Bobby's Chris's wife, and so we appreciate you. And like I said, great insight. I hope you win.
Me too.
You'll share, I know, with Bobby, not me, but that's okay, So as we end each and every show, America, land of the free, because of the brave men and women that defend our country. Stay focused, America. Billy Bob, peace out. Thanks, Chris.
Thank you.
We are ending. There we go. We're ending.
Okay, it still says we're on the air.
I know we are. We're still here, but we're